Lobby. L-O-B-Y. It's kind of a weird name. I think it's an American version of a Russian word that's probably like Lobby, da-da-da-da-da, okay? Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I have this little plum tomato here. I have my paring knife. I'm going to take out the stem portion here. I've got some boiling water behind me, and I'm going to blanch the tomato in the boiling water and do a tomato concasse, which means get the skin off the tomato, get the seeds out. There's my waste bowl or garbage bowl, and then it's pretty cold, so this may take longer than I would like it. But between 15 seconds and hopefully a minute, the skin's going to start wrinkling off. In here, I have a bowl of ice water. Once this is done, I'm going to place it in there, okay? So, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. It's definitely boiling, so that should help. Alright, I can tell it needs a little longer. So in the meantime, I have this onion here. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm holding a knife like this, pinch it here, 3 fingers on the handle. I'll make these lines going down the onion. Now I'll make a line here at the top and the bottom, and be sure not to cut all the way to the end. Curl my hand, what's this called? Claw. Claw. Its technical name's a guiding hand. Claw's fine. Come in. You want a small, medium, or large dice. That's up to you. Alright. Let me check back on the tomato. Doing good. I'm just going to give it just a hair longer. You know, you can still get some onion out of here. You might have to extend those lines and not be wasteful. You definitely don't want the white part there, alright? Alright, I'm hoping that's good enough on the tomato. Take it out. Plop it in the cold water. That stops the cooking process. Also, I can handle it. I'm going to still do some more heating up over here, so I want it done. In the meantime, my sous chef washed and trimmed the green beans, right? And this is going to be the main ingredient today. You can snap these with your fingers pretty easily, but if you want to cut in the thirds, go ahead and use your knife, okay, because it takes a while. So I'm going to add these in to the boiling water now. Give me a sec. And then I'm going to get a bunch of salt, like a crazy amount of salt. Get them back up hot. Now the reason I use a lot of salt is because the green beans will stay greener the more salt you put in there, okay? So we'll get to that. So that needs to get back up to heat, so it might take a sec. Alright, so I'll keep working on the onion here. Same thing, lines, lines, lines. Now does anyone know why onions make you cry? The fumes, yeah. So basically, let me just get a flatter surface here. Basically, when you cut into an onion, there's 2 different enzymes. And when they mix together, they form like an acidic compound. And yeah, it gets in your eyes and your face like fumes. So I try to keep the onions cold. That usually helps me out a little bit. I can't remember if I made the lines here. All right, come back over the top. Like this. So the green beans take roughly, 7 to 10 minutes, we'll say. If you see any of this stuff in here you don't want, get rid of that. So if you're a full-time student, you'll be in the kitchen 3 days a week, 4 to 5 hours a day. Okay, I don't know your schedule here, but you need time in the kitchen, right? We're set up that way. And even if you're in the other programs, you'll spend a lot of time there. But that's why you can actually get out with the 2-year degree so quickly, because the classes are longer. You still get your summers and all that kind of stuff. One thing, I was going to make a point. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this during the presentation because I don't want to bore you too much. Come on. Alright, it's just that hood balloon it. Okay, we actually have a bachelor's degree. I said it, but I didn't explain it. How do you get a bachelor's degree in culinary arts? The reason you get it is you become a chef in the 2 years, but you stay on and you start taking like business classes, but not for all businesses, just culinary, okay? But do any of y'all like have like a vision one day of maybe having your own restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's something that interests you, this is some healthier butter. If that's something that interests you, one day if you have a restaurant, you got to pay your workers. Yeah, you know that. But you got to pay for taxes and insurance and power and gas and all that stuff. And it adds up. You got to buy like a $3,000 floor mixer, $700, $900 3-compartment sink, all this stuff in here, right? Yeah, where's that coming from? Probably a loan from a bank or something to that effect. So they gotta get into all that, okay? Let me check on these guys. Alright, I'm gonna move the lid off here. I don't want it to boil over. Alright, so this is just having a little trouble here. I got it cranked up, but we're getting it. Y'all stand like right here maybe. See if y'all can block that a little bit. Alright, that's gonna hurt our process here a little bit, but y'all make a wall. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Alright. We'll get it straight. Y'all turn it off. Alright. There. That's better. Give it a good little coating here, and obviously I'm going to saute these in the butter. They're going to get softer. These are red onions. They're really purple once you take the paper part off, but they have a sweet taste to them. They don't have as much bite as a white onion, in my opinion. They're obviously not sweet onions. They'll lose a little color, but this will still be a colorful dish. Okay. There we go. Now, remember the tomato. Sounds like a bad title to a movie. Remember the tomato. We'll do that. We'll turn the beans down. Go on the home stretch. So, I get this and start taking this off. Where I made that X, I don't know if you've done this before. Sometimes the skin just falls off, it just depends. This tomato's cold. It was cold when I put it in there. Took a little time. So just to kill time, I'm going to tell you a bad joke. Here we go. Why did the cucumber blush, like get red in the face? Because it saw the salad dressing. Salad dressing. Come on, everybody. All right, we'll get that one later. Now that, guys. All right, so then I cut it in half, put it to as wide as base, quarter it, get your paring knife, take out the white part, the pith. You can get some of those seeds out too if you want, if you don't want it mushy. If you're not a fan of tomatoes that much, obviously they're very versatile for sauces and whatnot. But even on a sandwich, if you take out the pith and the seeds, you might like them a little bit more, especially with a little salt, pepper, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and all of a sudden your sandwich is bigger, right? So, do all that. A little slippery. All right, joke number 2. What do you call a pasta that's not being real? We call pasta that's not being real. An impasta. Impasta. Oh. Right. All right.
Really?
All right. Go watch those.
Really, Crystal?
That's fine. I told you to watch it, not just yell me.
But that's good, right?
You said the butter was more healthy. What kind of butter was it?
It's canola, 50% less fat.
Land O'Lakes butter.
All right, turn this down a little bit. Now back to the tomatoes. Is there anyone in here that doesn't eat meat for any reasons? Anyone at all? Okay, that's she's Sagittarius. Is that what we said? That's funny. All right, let's go with another joke. All right, this is a really good joke. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. 10 tickles. Alright, add this in. Nice color here.
That's what I was trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I was trying to say.
Okay, so I poured a lot of salt out over there. So even though I put a lot of salt in the water, put salt in, pepper, garlic.
There we go.
Fresh garlic would obviously be better. And then this is not in Russian cuisine really, but cayenne pepper, but I do what I want. It's not that hot.
I hate pepper.
It's not gonna be that hot. Yeah, if you don't like onions and this kind of stuff, this is gonna be the day where you go, well, they're not so bad. Okay? I'm not gonna say you're gonna be in love with them, but alright, could someone hand me just one of those little cups over there from the base? Thank you. And then this will be a sample for the one person there. Anyone else just veggie? You?